moving trains, boss fights, shields, and much more all in this devlog. Let's get into it. This month I worked on the first boss fight, which has 3 main stages. Stage 1 is a barrage of homing missiles that are relatively simple to dodge. The second stage has a laser that follows the player. This laser will become harder to avoid if you continue to move in one direction, so changing directions is needed. The third stage is when both the lasers and homing projectiles are fired at once, requiring the player to focus on multiple attacks at the same time. This month I wanted to change up the levels a little bit, so this level is on a moving train in this train tunnel here. So you have to fight your way through waves of enemies as you move from train car to train car, and at one point jumping to a different train to get across. I also added a turret enemy to the enemy roster. This is just a stationary turret, but it can deal a lot of damage to you if you're not careful. While I did add a bunch of new features, most of the time that I spent this month was on levels and level design. I have nearly 10 levels completed for the game now, and I'm hoping to have about 20 in the final game. After every 10 levels there will be a boss fight. So here's one of the levels that I was working on without any of the enemies or anything like that. I also added ambient tracks to my game instead of having music constantly playing, and this was suggested by this comment here, and here's just a quick sample of some ambient music that I made. This month I also added shields and a shattering sound effect. Shield pickup effects were also added to show when you recharge your shields. And I also changed the shield effect to show up red when you take damage, so then it's a little more clear. That's pretty much everything this month. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to see more devlogs, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see any tutorials on how to do anything that you see in my game, leave a comment, because I'd love to start doing tutorials again. Because they're a little easier to make and they don't take as much time. So I can make some more content that way. But thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.